Hello, everyone. It's Salem Dory or Christian, whatever you want to refer to me as, coming at you with another video. Today, I want to talk about something that happened in my childhood that stuck with me. So many times when you have a disability, I feel like you're often seen as an object versus a person. People don't, some people anyway, don't see you as people. They just see you as things that can be pushed around or manipulated. And today's video is going to be the prime example of that. When I was younger, I used to go to an after school program because my mom had to work. And in this scenario, we were doing different things, and I was young at the time. So we would like do games and do our homework and stuff like that. And it was okay, I guess, because I did have friends. But a lot of my friends were at my other school that I went to during the day. Because I didn't go to that school. I just went there for an after school program until my mom got out of work. So what happened was one day I was doing a game with other classmates or other people in the group, and we were calling each other by each other's name. And one kid who was very ignorant, and I'm pretty sure he still is to this day. His I don't want to say any names, but instead of asking me my name like everybody else, because that's what you would normally do when you don't know someone's name, you would say, "Hi, what's your name?" Obviously. So instead of asking me what my name was, he very rudely and very ignorantly said, "Oh, the kid in the wheelchair." And I just looked at him like shocked, like, what the hell are you doing? It's like, I have a name, I have an identity. And the other teachers even snapped at him, and they even said, well, he has a name, he has an input, like, and he could do things just like you can. But, like, even to this day, I'm taken back by it because it's like, is that how part of society views us? Like, we're just things and objects to be pitied and, like, ignored almost. I'm not saying that everybody does that, but some people in society do that. They don't see the fuller picture of the situation. And you know what? You don't realize how your words affect me because you're just saying, oh, the kid in the wheelchair. It's like, you know what? That is not what I want to be viewed as. And granted, I'm not viewed as that with a lot of people, but according to that one person, that's how he viewed me. And it really stuck with me because obviously, when you have a disability, first of all, you don't want to think about your disability 24/7. You don't want to focus on your disability 24/7. And that's the whole goal of this channel. I try to lift you guys up, I try to make you see that there is other opportunities that you could have, even though you do have a disability. But once in a while, you always get those closed minded, stupid people who make stupid comments. And I just don't understand why he couldn't ask me what my name was. It's like, you walk up to a person and you normally say, or a wheel in my case, no pun intended. You go up to a person and you say, like, usually when you start a conversation, you say, like, what's your name? Like, what's going on? Like, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. But that kid was so rude and so ignorant. He didn't even give me time to say what my name was or anything. And it just goes to show you what kind of mindset some people have nowadays. It's like, are we that ignorant and that closed minded where we just see other people with differences as inferior to us or like below us almost? Because I felt like that kid was trying to imply that he had a higher level of intelligence, which obviously, looking back on it now, he doesn't with the way he acted. But being younger at the time, that's what I thought. I was thinking in my head, like, oh, is that how some people see me? And you don't want to think that way, but some people are like that. Some people, I feel like all they want to talk about is my disability. and all the stuff that, I could be doing with my life and blah, blah, blah. I even have family members like that. Okay? I have family members that say, oh, you could have done this with your life. Oh, you could have done that with your life. Oh, this disability ruined you, or whatever. It's like, you know what? And it's like, looking back on it, is that what people see me as? Or some people, anyway. Do they just see me as this person that's supposed to be pitied and, oh, I feel bad for you? It's like, haven't we gone away from that as a society? Haven't we learned to accept each other's differences and each other's, quirks and all that, or whatever you want to call it? And, looking back on it, it's almost like as a society, we take one step forward and two steps back. And, people with disabilities have come a long way. They're recognized more. They're given more opportunities. One of the characters on the show that I watched, but one of them anyway, has Down syndrome. And I thought, well, isn't that wonderful how they're including her, incorporating her into the group? They're making her feel like she's a person and that she's actually worth something. Because, like, throughout my whole life, I knew I was quote unquote different. But like when I was with my friends at school and when I was with my peers, they never really acknowledged it. They just saw me as Christian, one of their playmates. And when I went to this after school program, granted, I didn't know a lot of the kids because it was a different school, a different routine, a different situation. And, when people aren't exposed to people with disabilities, they can have questions and, stuff like that, which I don't mind that. That's understandable. But to be called the kid in the wheelchair, it's like, is that what you see me as? It's like you can't even ask me what my name was or anything. And, it just goes to show you how we believe the world is taking steps forward, but we still have a long way to go. We still have a long way to go. And, this is the type of negativity and this is the type of attitude that we need to step away from. If you see a person with a disability, go up to them, get to know them, ask them, hi, how are you? What's going on? Don't treat them as if they're like people with like from another planet, like we're Martians or something or aliens, because we understand, we cope with things the way you do. Granted, our situations are a little bit different than everybody else's, but we still have thoughts, we still have feelings, we still contribute to society. And, we're basically just like everybody else. But looking back on it, I knew I wanted to make a video about it because it just stuck with me after all these years. Because granted, when you're not exposed to people with disabilities, you don't know how to act around them. And granted, I was mad at the kid at the time, but now I honestly feel bad for him because you know what? I don't know what he struggled with. Maybe he had a difficult home life or stuff going on. But it's like when you're not around people with disabilities, that's the kind of attitude you have. So, if you see someone with a disability, whether it be Down syndrome, cerebral palsy like I have, or whatever, just talk to them. Go up to them, say hi to them, get a chance to know them, because you might be looking at a really great person and you might not even know it. And I feel bad for that kid now because I would have liked to be friends with him. But when somebody comes up to you and just says the kid in the wheelchair versus asking what your name was, what are you supposed to believe, And it just stuck with me after all this time because it's like, I know that I have a disability. I've accepted it. And it's not always easy, and there's going to be challenges and ignorant people, but I've tried to move past it. So when that kid made that comment, it just brought all those feelings back up again. So I just want to say, be careful of what you say and be careful of what you do, because your words and your thoughts have an impact on people. And again, if you see someone with a disability, get a chance to know them, get to know what they're about and what they like and what they don't, because you might be getting to know a great person, and that person might change your life for the better. Again, thank you for your support today. Thank you for your time. God bless, and my thoughts and prayers are with you.